The Unsigned Music Show showcases the best in unsigned music from the UK and beyond. So, sit back, grab yourself a cup of tea, relax. You might discover a new favourite. Hello, and welcome to the Unsigned Music Show with Peter Neville, which is myself. It's an absolute pleasure to join you guys this evening, and thank you for deciding to spend your evening with myself and some great unsigned music. It's been a really interesting week this week. Been finishing the final edit on my band's upcoming single with our editor. It's ready to go, so we have set a release date for that on the 11th of December. It's really exciting. It's been filmed in Reading and in London in an amphitheatre and a cemetery, and we are super excited about sharing that song with you in a few weeks' time. Yeah, for me, it's been a really busy week. It's been a really exciting week to be able to see everything that's been going on. I've had lots and lots of submissions this week, so I've been checking out some really cool new music from around the globe. This week, I've got 7 songs to show you. Our featured song tonight comes from genuinely one of my favorite bands at the moment. This is incredible. I wrote to them. I said, hey, I'm hosting this unsigned music show. You guys are pretty much one of the biggest unsigned bands I know. I love the fact that you do everything DIY. And I said, is it possible that I could feature one of your songs in the show? And they said yes, and I'm so excited, delighted, ecstatic to share that at the end of the show, our featured artist tonight. But before that, let me give you a quick rundown of how it's going to go. We've got 7 songs coming from Bryan Chua, Daisy's Chute, Worldwide Welshman, Maria, NORA, Mi Sileci, and Ferocious Dog. And it's almost Christmas. Almost Christmas, which is terrifying. And I'm one of those people who I like Christmas, but I think it's overhyped and overblown. And also, I happen to be dating someone whose birthday falls just before Christmas. So, of course, every year I need to make sure that it's all about her primarily. And I'm not really allowed to think about Christmas until after her birthday. Obviously, by which time it's too late to do any shopping. So that's my excuse. I'm getting it in early. Right, so the music tonight, we're going to kick off with a good friend of mine, Bryan Chua. This is a song called Found, and it's his 4th release so far in his career. It's been played 37,000 times on Spotify, and yeah, it's just really, really cool. So enjoy. This is called Found by Bryan Chua.
So this is how love's meant to feel. Feels like it was made just for me. A love that I found that I thought I never deserved. A love I thought only existed in movie screens. The nights are getting colder, you know, and the wind makes it feel more alone. So with you next to me, it'll all feel alright. And tonight, I will keep you warm and safe at the end of it all. Let you know that you're loved, no matter the way. All the cards will eventually fall. I promise to love you, I will. Keep this flame alive, feed it with thrills. Till the day we die, keeping it real. But for now, just keep still. So this is the way that we are. A disappear with a touch of your hand on my heart. The nights are getting colder, you know, and the wind makes it feel more alone. So with you next to me, it'll all feel alright. And tonight I will keep you warm and safe at the end of it all. Let you know that you're loved, no matter the way. All the cards will eventually fall. I promise to love you, I will. Keep this flame alive, feed it with thrill, till the day we die, keeping it real. But for now, just keep still. And tonight I will keep you warm and safe at the end of it all. Let you know that you're loved, no matter the way. All the cards will eventually fall. I promise to love you, I will. Keep this flame alive, feed it with thrills, till the day we die, keeping it real. But for now, just keep still.
So yeah, Bryan. What can I say about him? He is one of those kind of modern storytellers, very much in the vein of kind of Ed Sheeran, James Bay, Hosier, George Ezra. And you know what he does? He has this little guitar and he whips the songs into shape with hard-hitting lyrics and call and response from the audience, great production values. And you know, I saw him live first of all in London, and I was really impressed. And he has actually gone on to support my band in a few gigs around London. He's been doing really well with his releases. There's one song called Artist that you should definitely check out. It's really beautiful. It makes my mom cry every time she listens to it. But I wanted to share Found because it's his latest single, and I've got much love for it. So thank you, Bryan, for that song. That was Bryan Chua. The song was called Found. The next song is a folk Americana anthem, and it won the prestigious Coffee Music Project a few years ago. That's a kind of competition for the best singer-songwriters. It won it unanimously, which is pretty amazing. This is Daisy Chute, and this is London's on Fire, and I know you're going to enjoy this one, so here we go.
With the snow and heaven knows the fire's glow is threading through the city docks and winding with the clocks and morning with the tower blocks. Faded glass and sunlight shone upon buildings with more buildings built upon a city always moving walls with more bodies buried on. The city always moving on. London's on fire. London's on fire. We go round this town and burn it down and build it back up higher and higher. London's on fire. We go round this town and burn it down and build it back up higher and higher. London's on London's on fire, higher and higher. London's on fire.
So yeah, I've actually also played a show with Daisy, and I was supporting her last year. So I've seen her immense talent up close. She's got like amazing energy, passion, and it's quite infectious. She knows how to write a good song. She knows how to hook you and keep you and not let you go. And you know what? Her music has received praise from Paul McCartney, Ray Davies, and even Radiohead, who she sang for on their latest album, which I think is incredible. I mean, from a perspective of where I am in music, if I was asked to sing on Radiohead's album, I would never stop talking about that for the rest of my life. So that's really, really great stuff, Daisy, and I am super jealous. Right, so that was Daisy Chute with London's on Fire. Our third song tonight is a familiar voice to anybody who's checked out the previous couple of shows. He appeared on our first show. This is Worldwide Welshman, and the song is called See You After Quarantine. Now, the thing about Worldwide Welshman is he's an absolute enigma. He manages to perfectly combine heartfelt songs with tongue-in-cheek. So we're going to have a listen to the song now, and then we'll be delighted to have a quick chat with Worldwide Welshman on the other side. So this is Worldwide Welshman, and the song is called See You After Quarantine.
Empty bars and empty cafes, cinemas without a soul, schools are closed, kids are delighted. I guess it's time to go back home. So see you after quarantine. I'll be back, I promise, assuming that I don't die. So see you after quarantine, when the world goes back to normal once again. Chinese restaurants are closing. I guess it's worse than I first thought. Climate change was bad enough. Now a pandemic steals our jobs. So see you after quarantine. Belgium, stuck in Belgium. Wouldn't be so bad for me. See, you have to quarantine. I'll be back, I promise, assuming that I don't die. So see, you have to quarantine when the world goes back to normal. Stuck in Belgium.
Right, so Liam, also known as Worldwide Welshman, he wrote that song in Belgium, where he mentions in the song that stuck in Belgium, and he actually did get stuck in Belgium. So to bring us into a little bit more context with that song and to update us on everything, I'm delighted to introduce Worldwide Welshman, who I believe has this amazing ability at combining dramatic flair and toe-tapping, hip-swiveling playfulness. So Liam, hello, how are you?
I'm very good, thank you, Peter. Pleasure to be here.
That's great, and thank you for tuning in for the other episodes. I've seen your name pop up in the comments from time to time, and it's rare that we actually get around to playing two songs by the same artist. We played one of your songs in week 1. But this one, See You After Quarantine, we had to play it today. So, you've got it in at the last moment. Can you tell me, why did you choose now to release a song, and how did the song come about?
Well, I recorded the song about almost 6 weeks ago in Belgium, in Ghent. And I was about to take the train back to North Wales, actually. I'd been spending a month there with my bandmates. So we decided we best record this song. Now is the time. And so we turned the living room into a home studio. And, you know, we had already a night curfew, and the second lockdown was looming on the horizon. So it was the perfect time. And then I wanted to release it straight away, but I thought you got to sort of play the game, you know, with these singles. And so we just chose the second, me and the co-writer, Hannah Laura, we chose 2nd of December because it was a 2/12/20. So I thought the number looked kind of funny, so let's go for that. And then, of course, you know, Wales is no longer in lockdown. And then I find out that England is going to finish their lockdown on that day. And I thought, well, that's flipping annoying. But luckily, Belgium, not for them, but luckily for me, Belgium is still in lockdown, so it's still a current song in Belgium. Obviously, not luckily, obviously, it's unlucky. But
And so you mentioned that you'll see us after quarantine. So what are your plans for when the world goes back to normal once again?
Well, when the world goes back to normal once again, I shall be going off on the road with my guitar to play music in Belgium again and Germany, and I shall be continue studying my masters in green building, Centre for Alternative Technology. I'm hoping to move in with some course mates. We're looking for places.
So if anybody knows any houses in Wales, give Liam a shout. Yeah, that's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Right, and to finish off, Liam, do you want to give us any words of positivity that we can take forward in this cold winter?
Yes. Okay. Well,
Short answer is no. Thank you, Liam.
Okay.
If anybody who's listening out there wants to get involved and wants to submit any songs, you're more than welcome to. Just send us a message on our Facebook page, which is the Unsigned Music Show with Peter Neville. Or you can email me at team.unsignedmusicshow@gmail.com. Right, so up next is Georgia Maria, and this next artist, she has been described as being a mix of Joni Mitchell and Joan Jett, and she is another artist that I've been incredibly impressed with in a live context. So yeah, this song is called Set Me Alight, and this is Georgia Maria, everybody. Yeah, so that's a really interesting, unique song. The thing about Georgia is that she is a distinctive vocalist, and she writes really cool, catchy, interesting, engaging songs. But what really sets her apart is her skills on the guitar. She is very talented, she's dynamic, she's diverse, and you can just see when she shreds on it that she knows what she's doing. She has this natural flair and ability, and she's just, she's managed to play some great festivals so far, including Latitude Festival, and she's been gigging around London extensively, and hopefully is going to be embarking on a UK tour when things go back to normal. She's been keeping herself really busy in lockdown, and so keep an eye on her, Georgia Maria, and that song was called Set Me Alight. Right, so our next track comes from a Norwegian pop songstress called NORA, and this song is called Is Your Phone Broke? Have a listen to this, and we'll be chatting with NORA on the other side.
Trying to forget about you, trying to take you off my mind. You put me on a roller coaster. Don't know if I should ride or die. 5 a.m. the bar is closed. Tell my friends to confiscate my phone, 'cause I'm trying to forget about you. Don't wait for your call all night, reading through your text, trying to find the signs. Is your phone broke, boy? Or do you like wasting my time? I know that you would never working late. How can you be busy every single day? Is your phone broke, boy? Or do you like wasting my time? Trying to delete your number, trying to forget your face, trying to break the spell I'm under, trying to get you off my brain. I keep looking at my broke screen every time my phone rings, hoping it's your name this time. Put me on a roller coaster, don't know if I should ride or die. Don't wait for your call all night, reading through your text, trying to find the signs. Is your phone broke, boy? Or do you like wasting my time? I know that you would never working late. How can you be busy every single day? Is your phone broke, boy? Or do you like wasting my time? I think I might be drowning and you've become the sea. I think that I might suffocate and you're the smoke that's choking me this time. Time. Don't wait for your call all night, reading through your text, trying to find the signs. Is your phone broke, boy? Or do you like wasting my time? I know that you would never working late. How can you be busy every single day? Is your phone broke, boy? Or do you like wasting my time?
So yeah, that song is all about this kind of modern phenomenon of ghosting. It has a really cool beat, that song, and you can really see that there's some personal, heartfelt messages that's been wrapped up there in a very, very satisfying product. And but yeah, some of you guys listening may not be familiar with what ghosting is, so I'm delighted to be joined by NORA herself now for a very quick chat about the song. Hello NORA, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you, Peter? Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, you're very welcome. It's an absolute pleasure to have you on the show. We've just heard your song. Fantastic stuff there. So from my kind of interpretation of the song, I think it's kind of about that kind of modern phenomenon that people are calling ghosting. Is that correct?
That is definitely correct. That is spot on, really.
Cool. So could you, for people who don't really know what that is there any chance you could very quickly explain?
Ghosting has like kind of two sides of it. One of the sides is, you know, the whole modern phenomena with, you know, someone that just stops replying to any messages, like they never knew you, like you've never met them, which is quite brutal in itself. But then there's also the whole haunting thing, you know, like when you get drunk, that's the person you want to call, and you know, you just constantly think about them. And it's almost like when someone stops replying to your messages, instead of, you know, just plainly saying like, oh, I just want to be friends, or this is not working for me, you know, when they kind of just stop it right there and then you don't get closure, I think it's more likely for the person to haunt you. So I guess that's what the song is about.
What's next? What's on the horizon when now that lockdown is finishing and hopefully we're gonna start getting back to normal a little bit? Do you have any plans for 2021?
Yes, I have lots of plans for 2021. So the EP that I was supposed to release in 2020 will be coming in 2021. But I now obviously have had more time. I've added more songs. I have a bigger team behind it. So before the EP, there's going to be 2 singles that are on the EP that's going to be released. And then we'll see. Maybe I'll get to release some stuff after the EP as well. But 2021 is like the EP release year of my new sound. So that's the plan. And hopefully some gigs and stuff as well, but right now I've been so focused on this EP that I haven't really even gone into that the live aspect of things. But hopefully, and because I just love gigging and I love performing live, so hopefully that's going to be in the plans as well.
Thank you, Nora, for joining us. And
thank you so much.
Yeah, people go out and check out her stuff. She's on Instagram, it's I am Nora. She's also on Facebook and YouTube and everywhere you could possibly want to see her. Thank you again for tuning in and for commenting and stuff as we go along. Feel free to share this video with your friends, and if you guys know any musicians, or if you guys are musicians and you know that you have a song that would be really good on this show, feel free to send it in, and I'll be delighted to check it out and have a listen to it. The next artist up is called Mi Sileci, and she did just that. She sent me an email with her song Colourful, and I really liked it, so it's in the show. She's all the way from Brazil, and she writes very lovely acoustic songs with a kind of a folky rock tinge. Have a listen. This is called Colourful.
Never in my life ever seen someone look me that way. Never in my life ever felt someone touch me the way you do. Oh, oh, something's changed. Something's changed in the way you call my name. Since you came, all the places that surround me, they're not the same. They used to be great, used to be great. Now thanks to you and the things you do, now they're colorful. think everything's only part of a dream. But then just think you with me, and there's nothing that can go in between. Something's changed, something's changed in the way we play this game. Since you came, all the places that surround me, they're not the same. They used to be great. Now thanks to you, the things you do, now they're colorful. You're the ones to blame. You're still here to stay. Yeah, that's something new. So thanks to you, now I'm colorful. Colorful. Yeah, yeah, Your eyes speak loud. I hear them say.
So yeah, great stuff. Really enjoyed that, and I really enjoy, especially the part where the band suddenly just comes in. There's like a nice boom, a nice impact on that song. It's really well arranged, and as someone who is currently studying at BIM, you can see that she's taken a lot of influences and inspiration from all different types of music. She's started to really hone her craft, and that's really lovely stuff. Mi Sileci, colourful. I really enjoyed that. Okay guys, so we're at the end of the show pretty much. We've got one last song, and it is a proper belter. It is a song that's going to stick with you for days and days. This is a band that I am a massive fan of. I just simply cannot get enough of them. They are kind of a Celtic, English, punk, folk, rock band. They are for fans of Flogging Molly and Skinny Lister and the Pogues and Dropkick Murphys. They're called Ferocious Dog, and they have played all the UK's biggest festivals. They became the first unsigned band to sell out Nottingham Rock City, that 2,000-seater venue. They have a crazy and loyal fan base called the Hellhounds, who follow them to hell and back, of which I am definitely part, and I know you guys will be too. And this song is called Slow Motion Suicide. As someone who loves music with violin, I think this song just takes the biscuit. It is the perfect rock song with a violin. Have a listen, and fall in love with Ferocious Dog. This song is called Slow Motion Suicide.
Remember him when he was young, the gleam was in his eyes, full of bright ideas, chasing castles in the skies. Now he doesn't look so young, his eyes have turned to red. He's only got one set of clothes, he's got the park bench for a bed, and he's turned to the bottle, lost all his pride, as the whiskey comes to claim his soul. Slow motion suicide. Recall the day when he left school, he went to mine for coal, but that was Thatcher's 80s, and he landed on the dole. Life was hard up in the north, the industries closed down. Who employs the miner when there's no mines to be found? And he's turned to the bottle, lost all his pride, as the whiskey comes to claim his soul. Slow motion suicide. What happened to his darling wife? They used to have such fun. The drinking and the violence made a packer of bags and run. Now he walks a lonely road, he's always turned away. Drinking to the early grave, it advances day by day. And he's turned to the bottle, lost all his pride, as the whiskey comes to claim his soul. Slow motion suicide. Now he looks at his whole life through the bottom of the glass. Just a man down on his luck, and he swears this one's his last. But tomorrow you will see him out, the bottle in his hands, screaming words of drunkenness, but no one understands why he's turned to the bottle, lost all his pride, as a whiskey comes to claim his soul. Slow motion suicide. In his eyes we see no pride, held loosely by his side. The empty bottle he tries to hide. Oh no.
Right, so guys, that is the end of the show, and what an evening it's been. What an evening it's been indeed. fantastic songs there from Bryan Chua with Found, Daisy Chute with London's on Fire, Worldwide Welshman with See You After Quarantine, George and Maria with Set Me Alight, Nora with Is Your Phone Broke, Mi Sileci with Colourful, and Ferocious Dog capped us off with Slow Motion Suicide. That's the end of the show for this evening. I really hope you've enjoyed yourself. Really hope you've discovered a new favourite. In the meantime, before we meet again next week, I've been Peter Neville, and it's been an absolute pleasure to have you. Enjoy the week. Don't go too crazy on your Christmas shopping, and we'll see you next Thursday. Ciao.